All right, welcome back to, I believe this is our fifth match so far. So getting through them here. We are at Guardian Games for Modern Mondays. It's a 4-round event. We are hanging out towards the middle to the end of round number 3 here. And we have Robert Santos, round number 2, sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, round number 3. I'm
Sorry.
getting confused. I've had a long week. We have Robert Santos hanging out on Jund, playing Sean Nelson hanging out on Green Tron. And it seems like both players are checking to see what the 7 look like. And it looks like we're just confirming who what the record was, and it seems like Sean is up 1-0 here.
It wasn't a bad hand. Against any other deck, it could have been a good keep. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, it's funny when we've seen so many matches where I'm like, what round are we on right now?
Especially after a long day on especially Monday.
It is Monday. I've had a long weekend. I work on the weekends, and yeah, this is more like my Wednesday.
And daylight savings time, so I'm still a little bit off on that one.
Why do we even still have that? If you think the modern ban list is ripe for like speculation and arguments, we could talk about daylight savings time.
I forget, there is a state that actually is trying to pass a bill.
California has been forever.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like we're off to the races here. Jun starts off with Verdant Catacomb, and Tron does the thing that Tron always does, where they have a Tron land and an expedition map. Chances of second Tron land in Sean's hand.
Oh, very likely. So Robert has to have probably the Assassin's Trophy right now.
Yeah, I feel like
I believe.
That is the issue with the answers that Jund has. Usually are cost 3s, so whenever if you're on the play, sometimes you can get them with a Fulminator Mage. If you're on the draw, it gets to be a lot harder. It helps if you can start off with a hand disruption spell on turn 1, which we did not have. And we just have a little 1/2 Goyf here.
I believe that's the newer Urborg card.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's quite a mouthful.
I think what Robert's hiding, he's got to feel the ruins.
Okay.
So Sean's probably going to play a land. Robert should be able to react to whatever Sean cracks.
Oh, well, that always feels good whenever.
Oh, but Silver Scry, yeah.
Okay, so Sean was basically setting themselves up to have Tron on turn 4 here, but
Yes.
Robert's going to be able to interact with that, and Scoif is going to get bigger. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I feel like Tron does that to you. You think you can beat it. You're like, I can blow up a couple of their lands. We're going to get there, and then they just get to 6 lands, cast a Worm Coil, then cast a Karn. Like,
Well, luckily, chat, Robert's got a Goyf, so he's got a clock this time. Like,
it's true.
I think one of my biggest complaints about Rock or Jun in the past with Assassin's Trophy supposedly gave me a better Tron matchup. They just sometimes just don't have the threats on board to race Tron. But, I mean, look, he's got a Tyler's Tracker, so Robert should safely, with the Field of Runes next turn, be able to race Sean for a bit.
Yeah, that was a pretty heads-up play, I would say, by Robert. A lot of times you'd get excited, maybe want to play your Field of Ruin, but you know, now it's gonna be just as good on this following turn because Sean doesn't have Tron, and you're gonna have a faster clock with Tireless Tracker. Relic is gonna slow down things a little bit here, though.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Are we... Looks like Robert forgot some of his stuff at his previous table. He's just grabbing...
I think he's looking for a token. He's going for the clue token.
Yep.
It's really important to have your tokens. If anyone's watched our stream before, we very much appreciate it when players have the correct tokens. All right, was that another field?
I couldn't tell.
Inquisition?
It looks like we got an O-Stone, Scrying, Acclaim. Is that Nature's Claim? And 2 Spheres?
Yep.
So maybe the claim is in for something like a damping sphere,
Yeah.
sort of preemptive, like hate for hate.
Yep. I think if I was Robert, I'd just pull it now. Just get the extra land for the Goyf to be a little bit bigger.
I'll tap. Nap.
Okay. And Sean's going to activate the map, grab a forest for the Field of Ruin, and grab the tower.
So if I was Sean after attacks are declared, do you blow the relic right here? So
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Just shrinking the Goyf. Why is Inquisition of Kozilek so much money in foil? That's that's
I don't know how much the reprint is though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got
Maybe just original.
Artifact sorcery, you got land sorcery.
you know it's probably really expensive. The foil Spanish Inquisition.
Oh. Okay. I think is it Nat that has a playset?
Playset of regular Spanish Inquisition. Yeah.
I'm
but
still jealous.
Yeah. The meme is funny.
15, I'll draw a card.
All right, Sean cracking this relic to shrink the Goyf and do a little cantripping. Still at least 2 turns away from Tron, but does have his Sylvan Scrying in hand.
There was a Tron piece. I couldn't tell what Sean just drew though.
And Sean has the tower that that he got off of the expedition map, and had a Sylvan Scrying left over in hand.
Sylvan Scrying.
And Sylvan Scrying, probably finding the missing piece. I've definitely been in a similar spot to Robert right now, where you've like slowed down your Tron opponent and you think you're gonna get him, but it's just sometimes they just
Yeah.
they have an inevitability and they'll be able to start casting their spells with just lands and tap for 1 mana as well. So,
Yeah.
especially having multiple relics, that's really slowing down this Goyf.
I swear I've loved the Grimflayer. Well, you said Robert might have a second Field of Ruins.
I thought maybe that's a pickup. Hold
I think that's Assassin's Trophy.
okay.
Actually.
That still works.
Yeah.
Yeah, be asking a lot for this tracker.
Trophy.
And we're gonna get an Assassin's Trophy on that tower.
Surgical.
Ooh.
Ah, that's a thing that one can do.
Yeah.
Which there was a very, very narrow window to make that play, where perhaps Sean was wanting to shrink the Tarmogoyf by targeting themselves with a relic to exile the Sylvan Scrying, but wasn't really playing around one of their lands getting destroyed in a surgical, which Relic of Virginis usually protects from that play really well.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Sean has no threats. He's got a few eggs he can crack, but he doesn't have much going on right now. He's going to be able to at least draw 2 more cards next turn.
So I have instant artifact. So I get the force, so right? Yeah. I guess I should attack first.
I think Robert...
6?
Oh no, because it was Assassin's Trophy, sorry.
And how many forests do we have? Should have.
Should have at least 5, I believe. I know some versions are playing like 2 Horizon Canopies as cantrips.
That makes sense. Just another like out if you draw an expedition map and you maybe need to draw an actual real card.
Imagine Sean... Oh, I would have cracked Relic there. Just fog half
Save
the
a
damage.
couple life. Yeah.
You're gonna cantrip anyways. You only have a Chromatic Star in hand and Nature's Claim, which aren't doing anything.
Well, I guess you can Nature's Claim your own relic. It's a thing. All right. Tapping 3
3 for.
and O-Stone, which is going to be able to be activated the next turn. So if Sean is able to survive and dodge something like an Abrupt Decay or another Assassin's Trophy.
Ancient
For.
Okay.
Okay, Sphere, perhaps giving a target for your Nature's Claim.
Sphere actually. Oh, never mind.
Hit the whole Sphere star thing. One of
Yeah.
them is good, one of them is not. Or, well,
Yeah.
one is better than the other.
Yeah, because at least Star, if you destroy Nature's Claim, you still draw the card.
Correct.
Oh.
Combat?
All right, Robert coming in for 5 and 0.
So take 5.
Does Robert have a fatal push name?
Unsure what the leftovers are. He's flicking them around and holding them pretty close to the chest there. Can't quite see.
Fulminator?
Ooh.
All right,
All right,
Fulminator on it. We're setting Tron back and hoping that Sean doesn't have another land to activate that O-Stone. But I think Sean does have. I think he had another land hanging out in hand.
It looks like he does have another Tron piece in hand.
Curious when Sean would decide to blow up the O-Stone because being able to have Robert enter his main phase, Sean is going to lose the ability to activate that before Robert gets a trigger if a land is drawn.
How much does it cost to blow? 5. How do you tap in 5?
I tap to hit this.
Oh, you floated. Okay.
Alright, so
And I will pass.
Sean lives another turn. At least 2 turns.
Cletus. It's pretty good against a Worm Coil.
Yes.
Your turn.
And it looks like a leftover is a Scavenging Ooze, and I can't quite tell what else.
I think that's a push. Which I'm surprised is still in the... Maybe for Walking Ballista, maybe?
There's Walking Ballista, and I know that after sideboard, a lot of times Tron lowers their curve because of things like their lands getting destroyed, and will play cards like Thought Knot Seer, and while push can't always take care of that, you play a lot of fetch lands, and you're cracking clues and stuff, so maybe it's in there to deal with the Thought Knot Seer.
I think he's got another O-Stone, which... he should be able to blow up next turn.
We get
Or
a
not.
map and a sphere.
I think I would have cracked the map now so you could play a land.
Drop to 1.
Alright, Sean goes down to 1. And Dark Confidant. Oh, looks like we might actually get a game 3 here. There's about 9 minutes left on the clock.
No crack.
I have the O-Stone, and
Well, he's got the Nature's Claim.
it's true.
If he has 2 copies, he will live.
Combat?
I think he has 2 copies of Nature's Claim.
Oh,
Let's have 1 green, Nature's Claim, Chrome Sphere. So game 4, to 5.
so Sean going up to 5?
Tap.
And maybe that was
Yeah.
why Sean did not crack
Okay.
the expedition map in the previous turn.
Go to 9. And then take 5. Go to 4.
Yeah, 20. 22.
All right, so the best draw for Sean is probably something like a Thrag Tusk. Even a Thought Knot Seer would be okay.
You have 1 card in hand? 2.
And Robert asking how many cards Sean has in hand. The answer is 1, so he's probably maybe a Thoughtseize type effect, perhaps an Inquisition.
Your turn.
And passing the turn.
Man, Sean's putting up a fight. Like,
Did Sean just like 4-for-1 himself? Is that what happened?
yes.
Okay. But has been able to get 2 2-for-1s with this O stone, so I'm unsure what the math is like. If someone in chat wants to let us know how many for ones that those exchanges were, I'd appreciate that.
I'll pass turn.
Are not too. That's kind of complicated.
You're on your end step. Surgical.
Is surgical on?
Probably just a star or I guess O stones.
Okay.
But ooh,
Wow. Huh. Well, I could might be mistaken when I said that we're going to game number 3 here. Yeah, worm coils, especially if this when the Soulstone gets popped and Cletus is out of the picture, are going to be incredibly hard to deal with.
if I was Sean, I'd probably
Online permanents.
blow it up before
Just making
upkeep.
sure.
That way Sean doesn't get 2 cards.
Fulminator.
Oh well, we live to fight. Live to fight for at least one more turn.
So you force the issue here, or no?
Yeah, and then you get to play your Fulminator and blow up a land. So
Take 3, go to 1.
Oh, you're.
that treetop village was just hiding out down there.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
quite
didn't
notice
realize.
it, but yeah, with the Fulminator Mage, I think that might do it unless Sean's able to draw
Walk
a
the
blocker.
Impulse.
Yeah,
Yes.
draw a blocker
Good
removal
turn.
spell.
Something like a Thought Knot Seer. That might have been a land, and he does have Ancient Stirring.
This is scrappy.
Yeah.
Scrappy play over here. I like it.
For that thought not. Oh, so access if it's land.
Man, so we've seen 2 Fulminators, a Field of Ruins, Assassin's Trophy, and a Surgical on Sean's lands.
Yes, and it's still kind of a close game, I think.
Got 1 draw that can
Well,
save me.
Sean needs a blocker, and I'm thinking,
Evergreen draw.
I think we're hitting the end of this match.
It's just a ballista is what Sean would need.
I see.
All right,
Okay.
and got 5 minutes left on the clock, so these folks are gonna have to shuffle up and play pretty efficiently here to finish this last one. Although, I mean, either of these decks can kind of snowball pretty easily if
Yes.
Tron is able to assemble a turn 3 Tron plus Karn and then have any kind of threat like an Ugin or Wormcoil. They can win in a short amount of time, and the Rock can also do something like turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Goyf, turn 3 blow up your Tron land, go from there.
Yep.
Yeah, the Fulminator. That was clutch. Although I had to get a land off the top too.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was a
you were
pretty
at
good
1.
game.
I didn't-
That
It
actually
very
was.
swingy. Yep.
That's all right.
Definitely does show you how you can't just blow up Tron's lands and then expect to win. You have to actually have multiple threats.
Yes.
And didn't see anything like a Thrag Tusk or a Thought Knot Seer on Sean's side, but I imagine that they're in there.
Yeah.
And Robert almost tossed it back. Maybe give it a second thought.
I didn't see any interaction.
Take. I'm like,
I saw ooze, a couple lands, and a Tally's Tracker, so
I think I maybe saw a surgical, which could have been the double take there. But if you can't pair a surgical with a fulminator or a field of ruin, especially when you are on the draw, it's probably not going to be good.
Yeah.
priority, but you would have just done a response, so there's no way I would have got it.
Yeah, I'm still unfamiliar with that triggering too.
Yeah, because you just respond to it.
You ever played Tron?
Keep this.
I played Eldrazi Tron once.
Oh, right, okay.
Michael here lent it to me one time, and
Okay.
first time playing it, I went EXO. And I was like, I don't ever want to play this deck ever again. But this is also about a year ago, different meta, you know.
Right. Haven't
different-
seen Eldrazi Tron in quite a while.
Yeah.
Green, draw. Stagger's green, scrying.
Well,
Ooh.
we're gonna get a turn three Tron here.
So Robert needs Assassin's Trophy.
Even then, it's still rough order.
He's got
because
Surgical here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no. So he has Surgical, but he has no way to destroy a land right now.
Okay.
So if we get a, imagine if it's a Karn, you just eat the swamp or the blossoming marsh,
Oh, I thought not.
or you just take the whatever you want from Robert's hand.
Robert
I
may
think
be
it's
thinking about
Surgical.
yeah, just so.
Oh wow! I think you
Ooh.
just take the Surgical in this case.
Wow. Robert did have. This is why being on the play and being on the draw makes such a huge difference in
Yeah.
this matchup. Robert had the combo of either Field of Ruin or Fulminator plus Surgical, but Sean, I mean, I think the obvious one to take here is going to be Surgical, unless you have something like a Relic.
Yeah. But what's going to hurt is he's going to play Field of Ruins, a Tron land, and be able to push the Thought-Knot Seer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be.
Dying.
Yes, sir.
So Robert's going to actually have a pretty good turn next turn because Sean didn't have something like a Karn. He didn't have
Oh
any.
wow.
Oh,
I'm going to pass.
I'm really surprised by that.
Huh. Maybe Sean has a hand that's full of Thought-Knot Seers.
Mine.
Curious. I bet we're gonna get to see what's in Sean's hands, so we'll.
No, wow. Maybe Sean's thinking he's just going to race. Maybe he's another Thought Knot in hand. Oh, yeah, okay. That's actually... Yeah, I take that back.
Well, Robert is gonna be able to push this Thought-Knot.
So, yesterday, I'm playing the Jund Shaman's deck right now. And I Fulminator and Surgical the Urza Tower. But he had 3 Thought-Knot Seers in hand.
Yeah.
And was able to play 3 Thought-Knot Seers in a turn. And this is turning into that hand.
Yeah, I mean, Robert still has pretty favorable interaction with this, so.
Yeah.
Attacker 2.
All right, coming in for 2. 13 seconds left.
So they gotta play a little bit faster.
Any creature 4 or less.
For revolt. It's
Yeah.
When any permanent leaves the battlefield.
Yeah. Your turn.
Liliana, Tracker, another Fulminator Mage.
I think you take Lily here.
Yeah, we're settling down into what it would end up being kind of a grindy game here.
Yeah.
I would say Liliana.
Done?
And I will pass.
Okay, so we're on turn 1. So Robert's going to effectively have 3 turns to win.
Oof.
You took a tracker, I drew a tracker. You took a lily, I drew a lily.
I don't think Robert's gonna have enough damage though to finish this game.
No. Sack a creature.
He's effectively only got 1 green source. He's gonna get Tyler's track. Yeah, he won't be able to kill Sean fast enough.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely he's not going to be able to
Yeah.
kill Tron fast enough.
I don't see any other way.
This is more of what I was expecting out of Tron's sideboard, where we just didn't see any of these cards in game 2, where even though if Robert had destroyed all the lands and Sean was able to have a couple of these like value cards, it probably would have been a really hard matchup.
Your turn. Or me?
Well, yeah, this
that's
is
effectively yeah.
this is now getting out of hand. I think you need something like a Kalidas for Robert to, if this game continued,
Yes.
that's an out that you would be drawing to.
I'd say I keep direct for 5.
Me?
Yeah.
Turn 5.
All right, looks like we're headed to a draw here. Players might ask for a concession or something. Looks like another Field of Ruin that Robert picked up.
I was waiting if I want to play
I
out.
don't know. Can't do damage to you.
Got some stirrings.
Oh, I think I would have won now.
What's that?
I think I would have won.
What'd you guys say?
All right, yeah, that was.
Yeah,
We got to see a full
You needed an O stone.
full half of that match there. We got 2 matches in round number 3, and we have one more round here for Monday Night Modern at Guardian Games, hanging out with about 55 people competing, and we're gonna see who's at the top table next. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, but we'll return in probably a minute or so.
Every time I play this match, it's just